Have you ever wondered what goes on in a woman's mind? This question has puzzled philosophers, poets, and psychologists for centuries. The human mind is a fascinating labyrinth of thoughts, emotions, and memories, a complex web of intricate connections that shape our personalities and our perceptions of the world. And when we focus on the woman's mind, we encounter a realm of extraordinary depth and diversity. The woman's mind is a beautiful tapestry, woven with threads of intuition, empathy, and resilience. It possesses a unique ability to multitask, nurturing multiple thoughts and ideas at once, and it has an uncanny knack for emotional intelligence, understanding and responding to the feelings of others with remarkable sensitivity. However, it's important to dispel some common misconceptions about understanding a woman's mind. It's not a riddle to be solved or a code to be cracked. It isn't a puzzle that once completed reveals a single unchanging image. The woman's mind is dynamic and evolving, constantly adapting to new experiences and environments. Some people mistakenly believe that a woman's mind is a mysterious, inscrutable entity, a labyrinth with no map or key. But this is a simplistic and misguided view. Women, like all human beings, are unique individuals with their own thoughts, emotions, and experiences. Their minds cannot be reduced to a set of stereotypes or cliches. Understanding a woman's mind is not about deciphering a secret language or uncovering hidden clues. It's about listening, empathizing, and communicating. It's about recognizing that each woman is a unique individual with her own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It's about treating women with respect and dignity, acknowledging their intelligence and complexity. So, let's embark on this journey of understanding together with open minds and open hearts. Let's dispel the myths and stereotypes and embrace the wonderful complexity and diversity of the woman's mind. Because understanding a woman's mind doesn't have to be a mystery. It's about empathy and communication. How to read woman mind. Communication is the key to every successful relationship. Wouldn't you agree? It's not about cracking codes or deciphering secret messages. It's about understanding, empathy, and openness. It's about breaking down walls and building bridges. Yes, it's about words, but it's also about what lies beyond them. So how do we unlock this power of communication? Well, it begins with honesty. Honesty is not merely about telling the truth. It's about being true to oneself and expressing your feelings openly. It's about removing your facades and revealing your authentic self. And when you do so, you invite others to do the same, fostering a deep and meaningful connection. But honesty is just one part of the equation. You see, communication is not a monologue, it's a dialogue. It involves both speaking and listening, active listening to be precise. Active listening is not just about hearing the words that are spoken, but also understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. It's about being present, being engaged, and being responsive. Active listening involves 3 key steps. Paying attention, showing that you're listening and providing feedback. Paying attention means focusing on the speaker and not allowing distractions to derail the conversation. Showing that you're listening involves responding appropriately, whether it's nodding, smiling, or simply saying, "uh-huh," or "I see." Providing feedback means summarizing what you've heard and asking questions to clarify any confusion. But remember, communication is not just about solving problems. It's also about sharing joy, expressing love, and celebrating success. It's about being there for each other in good times and bad, in sickness and health, in triumph and defeat. So, let's get out there and start communicating. Let's start listening actively, speaking honestly, and expressing openly. Let's start building bridges of understanding and empathy. And let's remember that communication is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong process, a journey of discovery and growth. Remember, communication is a two-way street. It involves talking and listening. It's about understanding and being understood, about sharing and caring, about connecting and growing. It's about harnessing the power of words and the magic of silence. It's about discovering the joy of being in sync, of being on the same wavelength. And above all, it's about nurturing the most beautiful relationship of all, the relationship with oneself. Ever heard of the saying, walk a mile in someone else's shoes? It's an old proverb that encourages us to understand others' perspectives, feelings, and experiences. This is the essence of empathy, a crucial tool in deciphering the enigma of a woman's mind. Empathy is more than just feeling sorry for someone else. It's about fully understanding and sharing someone else's feelings as if they were your own. Imagine it like this. Sympathy is feeling compassion for someone who's stuck in a storm, while empathy is joining them under their umbrella, experiencing the raindrops and gusts of wind right alongside them. So how does empathy play a role in understanding a woman's mind? Well, women, like all humans, have a deep-seated desire to be understood. When you empathize with a woman, you're not just acknowledging her feelings, you're validating them. You're telling her, I see you, I hear you, I feel what you're feeling. This creates a bond of trust and mutual respect, which is a solid foundation for any relationship. But how do you develop empathy? It starts with active listening. Pay attention to what she's saying and not saying. Notice her body language, the tone of her voice, the emotions behind her words. And don't just listen to respond, listen to understand. Next, put yourself in her shoes. Imagine how you would feel if you were in her situation. This isn't always easy, but it's a powerful exercise that can help you see things from her perspective. Finally, practice emotional intelligence. This involves recognizing your own emotions and how they influence your thoughts and actions. It also involves understanding the emotions of others and how you can respond to them in a sensitive and understanding manner. Remember, empathy isn't about losing yourself in someone else's feelings. It's about understanding and sharing those feelings while maintaining your own emotional boundaries. Empathy isn't a quick fix, it's a lifelong journey of self-improvement and understanding. It requires patience, practice, and a genuine desire to understand others. But it's worth the effort, because at the end of the day, empathy allows you to connect on a deeper level, fostering understanding and mutual respect. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about how you behave while waiting. How patient are you? Let's dive into the vital role patience plays in understanding a woman's mind. We often hear that patience is a virtue, but it's more than a cliché. It's a crucial skill that can unravel the complexities of a woman's mind. The essence of patience lies in staying calm, especially during disagreements. It's easy to get caught in the heat of the moment, but it takes patience to remain collected and composed. It's not about suppressing emotions, but rather about recognizing them and dealing with them in a mature way. This approach allows you to communicate more effectively, leading to a deeper understanding of the other person's perspective. Patience also means giving yourself time to comprehend the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of the woman you're trying to understand. It's not about rushing to conclusions or making hasty judgments. Instead, it's about taking the time to listen, observe, and reflect. This patience can often lead to more profound insights into a woman's mind. How then can you cultivate this important virtue? It's all about practice. Start with small, everyday situations. If you find yourself getting frustrated, take a deep breath and remind yourself to stay calm. Over time, this can help you build your patience. Another helpful strategy is to develop empathy. By putting yourself in the other person's shoes, you can gain a better understanding of their perspective. This can help you remain patient, even when facing challenging situations. Remember, patience isn't a trait that you either have or don't have. It's a skill that can be developed. And when it comes to understanding a woman's mind, it's a skill that can make all the difference. So, the next time you're trying to understand a woman's mind, remember the importance of patience. Remember to stay calm, to listen, to observe, and to reflect. And most importantly, remember to give yourself time. Patience is a virtue that can help you understand a woman's mind more deeply. Understanding a woman's mind isn't an impossible task, is it? Far from it, in fact. What we've shared in this discussion might seem like a lot to take in, but it's all about breaking down the process into manageable steps. Firstly, we explored the power of communication. It's not just about talking, but actively listening and paying attention to what's being said and what's not. As we've learned, women often communicate subtly, through nonverbal cues and indirect suggestions, so it's about being present, being attentive, and being responsive. Next, we delved into the importance of empathy. Empathy isn't just about understanding another's feelings, it's about sharing them, feeling them. It requires us to step outside our own experiences and inhabit the emotional world of another person. To understand a woman's mind, empathy is not an option, it's a necessity. And lastly, we discussed the role of patience. Understanding doesn't come in an instant. It's a process, a journey. It requires time, patience, and commitment. We must be willing to sit with confusion, to tolerate uncertainty, and to keep trying. Even when understanding seems elusive, each of these elements, communication, empathy, patience, are not standalone skills. They intertwine and intersect, each one feeding into and enhancing the other. It's not about mastering one and neglecting the other. It's about developing all three in harmony. As we wrap up, let's remember that every woman is unique, with her own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to understanding a woman's mind, but by embracing these principles, effective communication, deep empathy, and patient persistence, we can foster a genuine understanding that respects and acknowledges that uniqueness. Remember, understanding a woman's mind is about communicating effectively, empathizing deeply, and being patient. Practice these and you'll be on the right path.